Welcome to the Wolfpack Howls, the official podcast of Soudal Quickstep and AG Insurance Soudal Pro Cycling teams. My name's Phil, the communications manager and your host for the show. On today's show, we're going to focus on the AG Insurance Soudal team. And I'm joined by Mireia Benito, who's now with her third season with the team. So welcome, Mireia.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. Excited to be racing again after a while.
Yeah, so you were sick recently, and unfortunately, it meant you missed the Vuelta, which I imagine for yourself and your nationality is a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was looking forward to La Vuelta for a long time ago, and always turning sick just the day before starting a stage race. It hurts, but it hurts even more when it's in your home roads. But yeah, we got through it, and now we are focused on the rest of the Spanish races.
Yeah. It's a block of 3 races together because it's this, Itzulia, and then Burgos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to come onto your season in a moment, but first of all, we like to get to know our guests as people. So, what's your story? How did you get into cycling? How have you got to the point you're sat here on a call with me?
So, my story is I thought it was uncommon in the beginning, but then after talking to so many people, then I saw that it's not that uncommon actually, because I used to play basketball until quite a long age, until when I was 21 years old, more or less, and then I got quite an injury on my knee. And then the doctor recommended to do some sports to make my quadriceps a little bit more strong. And they were like, yeah, cycling would be the perfect sport to work on your injury. And the funny thing is that when I started cycling, I found it so boring and so dangerous to be on the road. And I was saying to my boyfriend, like, I really don't get why people love cycling. Like, this is the shittiest sport ever. So then actually, it's quite nice that I ended up here because, my mom was pretty happy in the beginning. She was like, "Oh yeah, honey, you can go on the bike and then just do cycling Saturday and Sunday and just take it easy and enjoy life." And then after a month, I was like, "Okay, I'm starting to feel that I am, enjoying this a little bit more and more every time that I train on the road bike." And then, I ended up racing on Sundays and still playing basketball on Saturday. So I was in both sports at the same time, and that was hectic. Like, my mom was like, "Okay, this was not the plan. Like, just choose one because otherwise it's too much. Like, we cannot deal with that." And then life just direct me to go more into cycling because the basketball team was about to close. So I choose cycling. And then my story is like I started from zero. So I was getting dropped in every bridge almost.
Right.
So I was my level was really, really, really low when I started. But then I joined the team in Catalonia, where I am from, and they were so patient with me. They said, "Yeah, we see something on you," like, and I was like, "Okay, I don't really get what you see on me, but okay." And they gave me the chance to start racing in a team and everything, and then I fall in love with the team vibe and the team spirit behind the sport. And this is, I think, what it's bring me here actually.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for a team who would love to work as a team mainly. So that then the point number one would be to work on the relationship between the riders and staff and build a proper team instead of just focusing on the talent of individual riders. And here am I since a few years ago.
You played 2 team sports then. People don't think of cycling as a team, but it is. How do the 2 compare?
It's such a different sport and way to work together. But I think yeah, the effort that you have to do in cycling, it's way bigger. Like thinking
Yeah.
as a team. I mean, basketball, you just support on each other, but it's like, yeah, I don't feel that the vibes are really as close as it is in cycling
Hmm.
because, yeah, it's difficult for me to explain it, but I think cycling it's way more a team sport than basketball, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
interesting. Because everybody thinks of it as an individual sport, really, but it's just not.
Yeah, no, no, exactly. Like it's
Yeah.
like yeah, you just go full for each other, and all the tactics behind cycling is so wonderful. Like to understand how it works and to see how different teams play different tactics. It's just amazing.
Yeah, brilliant. And you've also studied. You have several degrees, and I think you're studying at the moment. So what are those about? How are they getting on?
So yeah, I'm quite curious about studies and yeah, learning things, even if not related to what I studied in the past. So I studied
Hmm.
biotechnology, and then I kept going on with some degrees related on yeah, more or less yeah, what I liked the most it was cancer research. So I
Okay.
was quite focused on that and that biological part yeah of just cancer research. I switched a little bit, so now currently I am studying more the. I'm doing two private master degrees now, so it's not
Okay.
an official, a public master degree. So it means that I can take my time to do it. So I'm not in a rush for the schedule and
Okay.
everything. So that makes my life easier
Yeah.
because I can take my time. So now I am studying more nutrition based in yeah, sports women, so really specific.
Hmm.
And I think it's super useful for me, like yeah, as a woman involved in
Yeah.
sports, I can take a lot for me, but also yeah, it's just nice to relate cycling and biology.
Yeah.
So that is what I am currently doing.
You've made the link there between the studies and your sport, but is it good to have something away from the sport as well? That you could just take your mind away and something that's different.
Yeah, 100%. So that is the reason that I just keep going every year, finding something new to study because I don't want to have my brain only focused on cycling because I did that on the first year I turned professional and I was way too obsessed with cycling with numbers. So my whole life it was about watts, about time, about distance, about yeah, time trialing. So I was getting obsessed with every single part of cycling,
Hmm.
and I think at some point is also not good for your brain, and also just to yeah, I had the feeling that I was turning not stupid, but that yeah, my ability to think fast, it was getting a bit damaged,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to have like some new stimuli, like something that is a bit more challenging. So something
Hmm.
completely, or maybe not completely away from cycling, but yeah, not just cycling and watts and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important, I think, to have that as well as switching off to be able to tune your mind in and to concentrate. Yeah. You just mentioned you've been with the team for several years now. You mentioned your first year. I think it was 3 years now you've been with AG Insurance Soudal. It must have grown immensely. It's almost unrecognizable, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we started, it was more like a small team. So you could see that the goals were really high and the
Hmm.
direction was super nice. So yeah, so everyone was thinking in a bigger way. So the growing path was there, but of course, like everything was really different from what it is now. Now it's a super professional team. I think it's yeah, it's we have everything that you can imagine that we would need. And if we need something that is still not available, the team will make it available in the next yeah week or something like that. So it's extreme how much energy everyone puts in the team to make that we have everything that we need to perform at our best level. So I
Hmm.
think this is super nice. And what I found the most special in this team is that they first care about the person, and
Hmm.
second, as a rider. So it's not just you're not important only for your performance,
Hmm.
but you're important for the person you are. And this is, I think, it's what makes us different than other teams.
Yeah, the famous Wolfpack spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I think many people think it's just a marketing ploy or a saying. It's really not, isn't it? It does exist in this
It
team.
is
So
not.
yeah, yeah. So as you say, you've been with the team for several years. I would say you're one of the more experienced members of the team, and you're known as a leader. Is that something that comes naturally to you, the leadership part?
Well, I don't, I don't really agree as being as having this leadership. I mean, I don't feel I am not 100% convinced that I have it, even though like some members of the team think that I do. Um, so it's not that I am a leader in the race itself, because
Hmm.
I am not for sure. But I don't know. I just feel super comfortable in the team. I think that everyone has the space to be who they are,
Hmm.
and I think this is really nice, because just being the persons we are, we can make the puzzle work in between all of us.
Yeah,
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel that I have been here for a long time now, and we know each other really well.
yeah.
So for me, it's more that we work as a family all together. So I wouldn't have the role I have without some teammates. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I think we all of us have an important role, and all of us have a little bit of that leadership role, even if it's not direct, it's and indirect.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that we split really well the roles, and we help each other so much.
Yeah. And you're also part of the CPA for women. Can you explain your? I mean, that's leadership. That's taking responsibility. But can you explain your role there?
Yeah, well, in this way, I do have a little bit of the leadership, like taking responsibilities, especially when if it comes to being able to help other riders. That's what I like to do, because I think I would I would love to have had in the past some help, maybe from other riders, or more experienced riders or whatever. So this is what I am trying to give back to cycling, because I think it's something that I can do. So my role now is to be a little bit the connection between the rider's point of view and the CPA. So
Hmm.
we are a few riders involved on the riders representation of every team. So what we try to do is to see how is the health in the sports.
Hmm.
So then we find points that can be improved, and then we create a plan about how can we give some help to the riders, and how can we make it work with the teams as well. So making everyone feel comfortable with it. And for example, now we are working in a protocol to help people with eating disorders, because we
Oh
think
wow.
that this is
Okay.
a, a problem still
Yes.
in this sport, and we want to create a plan so everyone can first of all figure it out if they do have a eating disorder or not,
Mm.
and then just give all the help, like having mental coaches that can help, and have doctors also available. And this is a little bit what we are busy now with the CPA.
That's amazing that you've taken on that responsibility. You felt that responsibility for younger riders and giving them that help.
Yeah, I think it's important, especially for young riders that they're just new into the sport, and it's so easy to fall in this path, right? Like, yeah, you easily make the connection, like the skinnier I am or the lighter I am, the faster I climb, and the faster I climb, the better cyclist I am. And
Yeah.
this is not how it should be.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that everyone that is new into these sports, they know that this is not true. So not for being skinnier, you're going to be a better rider,
Hmm.
and that there are a lot of things. And the first one is to be healthy. Otherwise, if you don't have health, then you have nothing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, this is what we make sure that everyone knows, and then everyone can take, of course, the path they prefer. But we think it's important to give this information at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's in a tune with our own mental health campaign that we have within the team as well. So
Mm-hmm.
to come back to your racing comeback, you're there, you're ready for Burgos. You rode at Itzulia, where there was a really strong team collective.
Yeah, it was so nice to be back at Itzulia because here we had a really nice racing days, and we could see like for example Julie, that she's always taking more the role of a domestic, and she has been working so much for every single member of the team. And in this Julia, she went like for a breakaway 2 days in a row, and after the second stage she was on the third position at GC, like before the last stage. And it was so nice that we could work for her for one time
Hmm.
at least, because you feel that people that has been working so much and always giving everything for the team,
Hmm.
it's always nice to be able to give it back a little bit.
Hmm.
So the team vibes were amazing. Everyone wanted to see Julie in the podium, and she was in the podium the 3 days. So the first and second, the second for the combativity, sorry, and then the third one as an overall combativity as well.
Hmm.
So that was super nice. And then Justine was also getting back on track. She was amazing, and she was fourth. We back up each other super well, and we were really happy to race all together. And this brings results, so that's super nice.
Brilliant. And you start Burgos on. We're recording this on Tuesday. I think we're going to go out Wednesday, but you start Thursday morning. What can we expect from both yourself and the team there?
So I think we have a really strong team, especially if it comes to echelons. So
Hmm.
normally in Burgos, we had in the previous editions heaps of wind and a lot of echelon stages.
Okay.
So I think that if it comes to this situation, we have a really strong team that knows perfectly how to ride in the echelon. So that means that the final will be open. I
Hmm.
think that we shouldn't focus on the GC because honestly, I don't think this is realistic for us, because the third stage in Burgos it finished with a 9K climb at 9% average.
Oh,
So that's really, really hard.
yeah.
So that is gonna say everything on the GC, right? So I don't think that we should focus on that, but for sure we can play, we can be aggressive, and we can go full to try to get on a stage win.
Hmm.
And I think this is gonna be the plan. And we also have a TT on the last day, so I'm really looking forward to that day because I really really like TT, whatever it is, like all the TT kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So my personal goal here is to get back to the rhythm. So now after Julia, of course, it was hard for me after being so sick to finding the race pace again. But I started feeling better and better as the days came through. So I hope that I can help, more the team in Burgos, and I'm looking forward to give it all on the TT on Sunday.
Yeah. Is that the first TT you've rode in a while?
I think the last TT I did, it was actually in the Worlds last year.
Okay. So it's
So
quite a
yeah,
while.
it's been a while, yeah. And we're heading to the nationals soon. So
Yeah.
I still want to use the national champ TT suit. which I haven't used much. So so it will be nice to have the chance to use it now before the nationals, because you never know how the nationals are going to be. So we will enjoy now. Feel that I
Yeah,
have
that
it.
special moment. I was going to come on to my next question was your goals for the coming season, but are you hoping for your hat trick for national number 3?
Yeah, that would be super nice, and it is actually the plan. But I have to say that what I heard about the nationals, it's not so nice. So it doesn't play in my
Okay.
favor, because what they are thinking is to do. So it's not official what I'm going to say, but
Okay.
they are thinking to do climbing TT. So just going up from Granada up to Sierra Nevada.
Oh wow.
In my favor, of course, because I'm more technical and more working on the aero position. So I spend a lot of energy performing that and increasing that. So yeah, I will be really disappointed if they want to do it like this. But it is what it is. I cannot choose, and I will try to do my best, whatever the TP is. But the other plan would be to try to go for both.
Okay. And then to finish, during last year's Vuelta, during the media work that you had to do, the shark came out. Where did that come from? What was that about?
So I have been talking about it with my coach, mainly because I was always super shy to think about the celebration move. I was like, "Oh, this is awful." Every time that I had to do it, I was stressed. And then I was talking to my coach, and I said to him, like, "Yeah, I have to find something that identifies me, and then I know that I can do it in every single time that they ask me to do so." So he was like, "Yeah, I think that you have a little bit of the shark mentality, and not in a killing way. So you know that you can take it like, yeah, you are such a clear that you smell blood and then you go for it. It's not that case. It's more that that they know how to find their way, even though they can get a lot of things on the way. So
Yeah.
even they get like some signs that could drive them to other directions, they always know clearly the direction they want to follow, and they
Yeah.
know what they have to do all the time. So this is what my coach came up with. Like, yeah, you always knew that what your goals are and what you want to reach, and no matter what happens to you, that you always just go through like all the shitty periods I had in the past and stuff. So this more like the fighter mentality. It is what goes together with the sharks celebration.
Brilliant. And the shark's quite aero, I think, with the fin and
Yeah,
the
also,
yeah,
also,
yeah,
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 that's true.
yeah,
Makes sense. Another
yeah.
reason I will add it that.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you so much.